If you want to start the day on your terms as the most unstoppable version of yourself, it could take less time than it takes to scroll your inbox. Let's be honest, there's nothing that interesting in there, right? Which is why it doesn't take that long. This is not about waking up at 4 a.m. or creating a new complicated habit stack. I'm completely against that when it comes to morning routines. You should know this about me by now. I did write the book, Good Morning, Good Life. Instead, I'm gonna show you a 10-minute routine that multiplies your energy, clears your head, and sets you off on the right trajectory for your day. I did used to be one of those people that thought mornings had to be long and perfect. And if one thing didn't go well, then the rest of the day was going to follow suit. Had to have my pages of journaling, an hour of meditation. Whoever does that, honestly, respect. Oh my God, I wish that was me. But then life got busier. And it turned out how you started your day had to support all the other things that you invited into your life. Kids, your business, whatever it is that gives you that purpose. That stuff doesn't get in the way. It's what you do this for. It's what the morning routine is supposed to set you up to master. So we have to find something a bit leaner on those days where we really only have a couple of minutes. This system has saved me. Here's the importance of the morning multiplier. 10 minutes is a lot more than you think. It's also a lot less than you think, depending on what you do with it. So it's easy for 10 minutes to get discounted because of how fast it can fly by. The inbox scroll, the social media scroll, the meaningless tasks around 10 minutes can go like that. But the good thing about this is that 10 minutes can easily help you understand the chaos versus the clarity. And as Tony Robbins once said, maybe a million times, I only heard him say it once, but I'm sure he says it a lot. If you don't have 10 minutes, you don't have a life. So for you to say, I can't even do this version of a morning routine because I don't even have 10 minutes, then you must be one of the most elite people in the world. And if you are, even they have 10 minutes. Tony would know because he's worked with them. It's your decision to set the intention, set the boundary, and follow through on making the most of just 10 minutes to start your day. Now, the good news is I'm not about cramming in the tasks. This is about success with less. We stop cramming and we get more space. That space is what makes us feel taller, more confident, more prepared for the day. And the nice thing is that if you stick with this and you do at least this every day, it's that compounding effort that's going to pay off for you. Small, consistent action, creating unstoppable confidence later. Maybe it's not day 1, maybe it's not even day 5. But as you continue, you get confidence from knowing you can show up for promises that you make yourself. And you'll get a lot out of that in many other areas of your life. So to kick off this ultimate unstoppable 10-minute morning routine, we need the ignition sequence. This consists of hydration, breath work, and physicality. First, that big drink of water. You're waking up, you want to be switched into gear, you need to get your body to wake up, and water is how we do that. I personally chug 24 ounces of water every morning. I actually keep a bunch of water bottles in my bathroom. I know, I'm one of those people that likes plastic water bottles. I get it, it's not cool. But it helps me make sure that I get my hydration in to start the day without miss. It's there, I drink it, we're good. So even if you can't do 24 ounces, if you're not a water person, because I don't identify as a water person either, that's hard for me. Just 1 glass, 8 ounces, drink water, wake the inside of your body up with some hydration, and you'll really start to get going. From water, you're gonna get a lot of alertness, a lot of energy, just by something as simple as drinking hydration. It's crazy. You'll feel it. You'll feel it go down into your body and wake you up. You'll feel it in your face. You'll feel it in your eyes. And while it might be slow, it is moving things forward. With breath work, we just need 60 seconds. Just a 60-second moment of conscious, intentional, focused breath. The amount of things that come from decent breathing is crazy. They talk a lot about taking deep breaths when you're stressed out and full of anxiety, don't they? That's one offer of it. But there are so many other benefits to breathing. I mean, we're all here because of it, right? If you just took 60 seconds, the rest of the day, you might find you're holding your breath a lot. You don't even realize you're doing it. Like when I'm making these videos, I'm probably not getting great, big, deep breaths because I'm so focused with talking. We do that the rest of the day too. When I'm interacting with my kids, one of them's about to fall off the couch. Like the breathing, the rest of the day, it's a little sketch, okay? It's not great. Imagine if you just gave 60 seconds to remind yourself what it's like to do it properly. You might actually remember to incorporate it later on when life is going awry. But you don't need more than that when you're trying to get everything done to make you unstoppable for the day. A big drink of water is that first really big deep breath, but then more of just a focused effort toward your breath, 60 seconds. You can do whatever breath work you'd like. You might have an app that walks you through something. Your Apple Watch might tell you what to do. I know mine's always telling me what to do. It's always telling me to take a breath. It's like, okay, I get it, Apple. I get it. I need to breathe. At least I know I started the day with it so that same exercise can come in handy later when I'm feeling the need. And then for physicality, you can do something really simple. I like to throw on a YouTube video that has a simple stretch sequence for me, because if I don't have time to go to the gym, or if I don't have time to do anything physically that's going to challenge my body, I'm at least going to take a moment in the bathroom and stretch out a bit. That continues to remind the body that we're getting serious about starting the day and it's time to get into peak state. The best way to get into peak state, in my opinion, is to go to the gym, which is why it is my morning routine, but that would not fit into 10 minutes. So this is the replacement if that's the case. Okay, so we've had the ignition sequence. The body is fully briefed. It's time to go. I'm also doing this in the midst of doing skincare because I find water on my face and moisture there is really gonna wake me up. But now moving on from that, we need to make sure that it's not just our body that's awake, but that our mind is too. Without a strong mindset, we can't do anything. We need to have momentum from mindset. This consists of gratitude, visualization, and affirmation. To start, very simple. Just go on a gratitude sprint. Really quick, the first 3 things you think of. What I'm grateful for, what I'm grateful for, what I'm grateful for. If we can't sit in the seat of being happy about the things that are true about our lives right now, or even what we know to be true that may not be physically evident but is on our way to us, we cannot appreciate it when it does come. We can't appreciate the things that haven't happened yet. You've got to have gratitude for this moment, for what is. Think about it this way. Can you be grateful for something that's true today that you prayed for 10 years ago? I can tell you right now, every time my 3-year-old is driving me up a little bit of a wall, I remember the moment I wrote in my journal to my firstborn, "I can't wait to meet you someday." So it may seem like low-hanging fruit to be like, I'm grateful for my kids, but I've actually tied back that gratitude to a specific memory that I think that memory, especially because I was having a hard time understanding the process of how do I get pregnant and do this in a healthy way, I can tie back that gratitude statement to something specific when I prayed, this needs to happen, I need to meet her. And I have, and I do. I meet her every day and we continue to talk. It has its ups, it has its downs. But do you see what I'm saying with the gratitude? It's not just, oh, I'm grateful for the roof over my head. No, like, can you tie back to what had to happen for you to have this roof over your head? It's that reflection that happens after you can say what you're grateful for, after you wrote it down, after you go, yeah, yes, I made that happen. Or I happened to make that happen because somebody else bestowed it upon me. I got lucky, but I did what it took to be in that moment at the right time. There's so much power in that because you need to be reminded of how powerful that you are, but it doesn't need to take very long. I bet you can come up with 3 things quick. Next is visualization. If there's anything that is just as or more important than having gratitude for what is, it's having hope and excitement about the potential of what could be. And every day I am going after the life I want. It's what we talk about here. You've heard me say it a million times. I'm doing it as well. I'm not always living the exact life that I want. I am always going after it. Gratitude for what is, gratitude for what's to come. So what's to come needs to be very clear to me, and having visualization is that step. It can't happen once a year when we write out our goals. It can't happen just when we make a vision board. It happens every single day for me, multiple times. I have a list of my big vision and the immediate goals in the next 12 months. I review it every single day. It happens to happen for me when I get on the elliptical at the gym. As soon as I arrive, it's the first thing I do. I put on a very specific YouTube video with a motivational sound and I read that list. And that zone reminds me of the state I'm supposed to be in as I visualize. And when I'm reading, I'm thinking about what my best day would be like as I go through it. And that is what reminds me of why I'm doing what I'm doing all the time. And it reminds me why I'm going to do something that drives me absolutely crazy and isn't always fun because I know it's contributing to future me. Literally, you can do this anywhere. I like to call this triggered for good. Triggered for good means where is the designated place that you've chosen? It could be the driver's seat of your car. Every time I sit in the driver's seat of my car, I will review my goals. I will go through my vision. And you sit down in the car, you can turn on the ignition if you want. You can play your favorite YouTube sound that I like and pull up that list and read it. And your job is to read it quickly. You've got 20 to 30 seconds. Usually when we get into the driver's seat of the car, we don't have a lot of time. We got to go somewhere. Read it, remind yourself, great, put the phone away, and we go. Triggered for good means there's a place, there's a time, there's a moment, there's an environment that helps me get into the zone for what I need to do at that time. And I like to be triggered for good when I get on that elliptical. I like to be triggered for good in the driver's seat. I like to be triggered for good in my reading chair at the end of the night. And those are the 3 times per day minimum that I'm reviewing my goals. If you want, you could be triggered for good when you go to the potty. That's an easy one, and it definitely would fit into this 10-minute sequence. Just saying. Oh my God, don't even with the acting precious about taking your phone to the bathroom. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Sorry. And then finally, we have affirmations as a part of this. If I'm reading my vision, if I'm reading my goals, I also have a series of statements I like to read about the person I am becoming. What is she like? What does she dress like? What does she think like? How does she float through life? How does she speak? How does she interact with people? How does she introduce people? I read those affirmations every day. And so they follow suit very quickly within my visualization, and they back up what I want to be true about me. I can't know what I want to be true about me without reaffirming it. And finally, to round out your 10 minutes, we need to do some strategic setup. This consists of the win list, followed by ruthless removal, and then a quick shakeup. The win list is simple. It's 1, 2, maybe 3 things that you will do today that if you did any of them, you will have won the day. This video is usually on my win list. Like if I sat down, turned on all the lights, did my makeup, did my hair, put a nice shirt on, and had a whole video ready to talk to you about, I got my little outline over here, that's a win. Especially if I then remember to upload the footage and send it off to the editor. That's a win. That's on my win list today. If you have 3 of those things and you do 3 of those things, you are crushing it at life. It could just be 1. If you haven't been to the gym in 6 months, going to the gym today would be a major moment and the only thing you would need on your win list. You should have a win list every day. Write down 3 things on your phone, make it a widget so you're looking at it all day long. I only have to do 1 of these 3 things today and I will have won the day. You'll know when you put something on that list that it's not really a win list contender. Go to the grocery store is probably on your normal to-do list, not on your win list. Okay? It depends on the situation. Maybe it is on your win list and you can give me an argument as to why that is the case. But you see my point. The average thing doesn't go on this list. You've got other task lists for that. This is your win list. This helps you win at life. This helps you become the best version of you. This helps you to be unstoppable because you refuse to go a single day without doing something that's going to move the needle. But then we need ruthless removal. If you have not been active toward these things that help you win the day, it's probably because you have too much stuff on your plate that doesn't matter. So let's get the things off your plate that don't matter. You have to be ruthless with removal. I like that word, not just because it's easy to remember, because it will probably hurt. There's something you have to remove from your life that will hurt a little. And if that's true, you can think of why. Either it's going to be confrontational with someone or you'll miss it a little bit, but hopefully you can identify a chunk of time that you're going to get back. And now your job is to be very intentional with how you fill it. Especially if you only have a 10-minute morning routine because that's all you're able to fit in because of the way your life is. Whatever you ruthlessly remove is even more critical for you to replace intentionally. Don't spend that time watching Netflix if that is not the thing that we are reverse engineering success for. I'm not gonna judge you if you're like, I haven't watched Netflix in like 10 years and I miss it a lot and I never get any free time to binge. Great. If that's your goal. For most of you, that's not what it is. So let's not use that as filler and then be sad later that we ruthlessly removed something and then didn't do the right thing with it. So with that win list, what are you willing to not do to make those things more possible? And this is the end of your 10 minutes, the end of your strategy session. We need to do a shake up. Do something that tells your body it's go time. This is done on purpose for a reason, not for your health, not because it looks good on Instagram. We don't have the morning routines and these tasks and these steps and these lists and this ruthless removal for fun. We're doing it with a purpose. So sometimes we need to remind ourselves that it's time to go. Staying in your head, hunching over your phone is probably not going to be good enough. So shake it up. Get back to your stretch. Do some key move that makes you feel really good. If you want to high five yourself in the mirror, Mel Robbins made that super cool. Do that. Whatever it is, it's that sign that indicates to you that the routine is over and it's time to go and win the day. If you want to be unstoppable, you have to take it seriously, and that means being in a peak state, letting yourself know that you're taking this seriously. That's it. 10 minutes, 3 phases, unstoppable 10x version of you. That's the 10-minute morning ritual that will make you totally unstoppable. If you need a little bit of help with that ruthless removal and you want to do a time audit, click here and I'll see you there.